Hello friends, 716 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. Today, approximately 5 hours back, Tucker Carlson released Putin's interview, which was much awaited and guessed around. More than 2 million viewers jumped onto it with hundreds of thousands of likes and comments. I won't talk about its quality and content, but however like to quote Hillary Clinton, who called Tucker Carlson as useful idiot like a puppy dog, while the Newsweek said Tucker Carlson could be charged with espionage in US for interview with Vladimir Putin, while European Union may ban his entry into its territory. What is happening in the war zone? In southern war zone on Carlson front, Krinky bridgehead is held by Ukrainians and positional battle continuing, while in Zaporizhia ping-pong situation exists in Orikho sector, where towards west of Rabatino and also near Novoprokhopovka and Verbo, no changes. In Rimivki salient, Russian army carried out offensive operation towards Priyotne and west of Staromayorsky, however, no changes. It's in form of positional battle. In north, things have moved in favor of Russians. In Kupyansk-Svatovo direction, battle continues towards Sinkyuka, where Russians have again regained their lost position inside the village. They also made some gains towards Kislavka direction. Partial gains to them towards Tabaevka Berestov front line. Also, they made some small gains towards Stelmakhivka, Yagdone and west of Novoselivsky. They advanced approximately 300 meters towards Petropavlivka, while in Liman direction they continue advance towards Terny salient. Coming to east in North Soledar Siversk sector, Russians made some gains towards Bilogorivka. Spurny offensive operations by the Russians but no gains. Coming to Bakhmut now, Russians carried out offensive operations towards Krasnoye but no gains. Towards Klishivka they were able to capture an important stronghold. Avdiivka fierce battle continues inside and almost on all the fronts. They have made some gains towards north in industrial zone beyond a railway line. Russians also advanced towards coke and chemical plant. Stepnoe, no changes. In east, Russians made some small tactical gains, while in south, Zarhunt and other regions, positional battle continuing. Nothing towards Pervomaisky. Coming to Marinka, Russians made gains inside north of Novomikhailivka, while fight continues towards southern portion, no gains. No gains in east and losses are quite heavy for both the sides, while fight is continuing towards Krasnogorovka and west of Marinka without any gains or losses. Interdiction missions, Ukrainians are continuing shelling and using UAVs inside Russian territories. They also launched 6 drones at Crimea under guidance of American RQ-4B drone, while Russians conducted mass strikes on Ukrainian territory. The damages are not known. Palestine Israel Middle East in North Gaza, as reported earlier also, Palestinian forces are attacking IDF towards eastward while growing inside. Central Gaza, no changes, while in south, IDF offensive operations continues in the suburbs and towards Khan Yunis, no gains though. Rafah, after the Israelis' operations, several dozen civilians were reportedly killed. Lebanon front, cross-firing and shelling continuing between the two sides, though at small scale. Middle East, nothing special to report. Finally, Zaluzny has been dropped by Zelensky and Alexander Syrsky has taken over the command of Ukrainian armed forces who had led the operation on Soledar and Bakhmut in 2022. Nuland's visit to Kyiv was successful in replacing pro-American general with more pro-American general and giving some face value to Zelensky that loss was due to the general and not because of himself or American-led NATO forces. 100 more exchange of POWs took place with mediation of UAE. Heavy protests are continuing in Haiti and demanding Prime Minister resignation, and this is, of course, we know, because of the pro-American regime there, which is not giving any basic facilities to its people. While more than 15,000 people gathered in central Athens to protest Greek government's plan to authorize foreign private universities. Now some important lessons or outcome of what former chief of Russian General Staff Yuri Balvivsky has to say about the special military operation. First is limited maneuverability to positional trench battle and snail's pace advance, reminding of First World War. Rise of uses of long-range and precision artilleries, where the uses of tanks have gone behind the scene. Effect of air defense system and loss of military aviation. Of course, the rise of UAVs in form of copters, FPV drones and other forms have risen rather than the so-called old concept of fighters, whether they are supersonic or not, even for the bombers, unless they are long-range standoff warplanes. Suppressing enemy air defense to gain air supremacy or air superiority and even favorable air situation is like a past concept, unless you are fighting against the weaker power. And of course, he didn't talk about the helicopters uses. Well, that's all for the day. See you tomorrow. Thank you.